Samsung has risen to the top of the smartphone pile thanks to an impressive range of Galaxy handsets, and it's intending to stay there with the Samsung Galaxy S4. With a host of new user-friendly features, will it have what it takes to see off the increasingly stiff competition? If at any point you want to know more, just click the Phones For You logo to be taken through to our website. With its design being more of a tweak than a revolution, Samsung has kept with the polycarbonate casing and pebble-like shape that made the Galaxy range so successful. There are some subtle differences though. The rounded shoulders have been squared out a bit and a thinner chrome effect bezel added, and a 5-inch near edge-to-edge display results in thinner frames on the front. These changes have left it lighter and more imposing in terms of overall appearance, although you might need to use two hands to reach all corners of that display. But compared to the likes of the HTC One and Sony Xperia Z, these building materials just don't scream premium handset, and some may feel a little disappointed with the S4's overall first impression. As we mentioned earlier, Samsung has joined a growing smartphone trend by opting for a 5-inch display, and the Super AMOLED offering really is outstanding, with even app icons and widgets popping out at you. Thanks to Full HD clarity, images like these show crisp detail and an impressive range of colours, making it easily one of the best displays available on the current market and putting it right up there with the HTC One and Sony Xperia Z. There was lots of talk of an octa-core chipset in the lead up to the S4's launch, and while some might be a little disappointed this isn't going to arrive in the UK, the 1.9 GHz processor on offer really is impressive. It's the largest quad-core on the market and provides a seamless experience no matter what the task. With a long list of features and powerful display to handle, the best compliment you can pay the processor is that you hardly notice it. Even when streaming video and playing demanding games like Real Racing 3 and Reckless Moto, no stops or stutters can be detected. Samsung has continued its fascination with gestures and features, and a new raft accompanies some surviving ones from the S3, including Smart Stay, Palm Capture and S-Voice. Of the new arrivals, most notable is AirView. As seen on the Galaxy Note 2 with the stylus, the S4's version allows previews of messages and emails by hovering a finger. Once you've gotten used to them, these gestures work rather well. Progress Preview offers touchless scrolling through video, and Smart Pause uses eye detection to pause a video when you look away, which is all well and good, but in day-to-day life it's often easier to just pause, scroll or browse manually. S-Health may not be a big deal for everyone, but for those with a fitness interest it works well on a basic level. Having drawn inspiration from the best app content on the market, users are able to create a profile and use the various functions to achieve tailored targets. The pedometer works in the pocket to provide daily goals, although certain areas do feel a little bit shallow and underdeveloped, like a swift shake being able to rack up the steps. Elsewhere, a food tracker provides personal calorie counts to make sure you stay within your daily goals. Although manual food entry can be a bit laborious, a barcode scanner makes things much more accurate. S-Health will attract a niche audience that will enjoy having all their fitness trackers in one place, and it does work well on a basic level. But those serious about fitness may wish to stick with their individual apps, at least until the much touted peripherals arrive for S-Health. The quest for functionality also extends to the camera, with some new features now available. These include Drama Mode, which stitches together some live action shots, and Dual Camera, which uses both cameras to impose your face on an image. The latter seems to be a big shout for Samsung, but in reality the poor results are less than practical and certainly not worthy of so much attention, something that could be said for an awful lot of the modes. Although the focus appears to be on these modes, the basic camera is simply outstanding and certainly worthy of more attention. The 13 megapixel effort produces some really sublime images under varying light conditions, with close-up detail in particular being very impressive. 1080p video capture and fast and slow motion are also in the mix, giving the S4 some multimedia clout that will put it up there with some of the very best handsets on the market. With so much happening on the S4, you'd expect performance to suffer, but in actual fact we found we only had to charge the device twice over a 2-day period. Even when giving it a really good testing with loads of apps and gestures, battery only really began to drain after extended video streaming. As a standalone handset, the Samsung Galaxy S4 must be commended for an excellent processor, exquisite display and an impressive camera. But thanks to an unimaginative design and a long list of throwaway features, it may fail to have the impact its specification deserves. In many ways it's more of an upgrade than a large-scale overhaul, and we can't help but wish that Samsung had perhaps been a little bit bolder across the board. But that doesn't detract from what is a very impressive flagship handset that ticks all the right boxes. And if you want to see more of the Samsung Galaxy S4, subscribe to our YouTube channel.